Horseface, that's what President Trump called Stormy Daniels on Twitter today.
Correspondent Brian Todd looks into the president's history of personally insulting women.
My daughter came up.
By his own admission, Donald Trump doesn't pull punches.
I said I can't be nice if somebody hits me. If somebody hits me, I got to hit her back or him back 10 times harder.
But today's tweet calling porn star Stormy Daniels Horseface appeared to be an especially low blow, directed at a woman with whom he allegedly had an affair and then paid off to stay silent. Biographers of Trump say it's part of a pattern, a holdover from his reality show days.
It's just a characteristic of Donald Trump that he treats people this way, particularly women.
For years, Trump had used crude insults to gain attention, famously going after Rosie O'Donnell's weight after she first called him a snake oil salesman. During his first presidential debate, then Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly asked Trump about his reputation insulting women.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Kelly's question soon led to Trump going after her.
You could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
In June of last year, Trump fired a nasty salvo at MSNBC hosts Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, who were frequent critics of him. Quote, Crazy Mika, along with Psycho Joe, came to Mar-a-Lago 3 nights in a row around New Year's Eve and insisted on joining me. She was bleeding badly from a facelift. Brzezinski denied she had a facelift. Then there was the notorious Carly Fiorina incident during the campaign when Trump spoke about his GOP rival to a Rolling Stone reporter, saying, quote, look at that face. Would anyone vote for that? It led to an awkward moment at a debate.
I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
I think she's got a beautiful face, and I think she's a beautiful woman.
Women who've accused Trump of sexual misconduct have found themselves targeted by him in public. Trump hit back at accuser Natasha Stoyanov with a horrible insult about her looks not measuring up to his standards.
Take a look. You take a look. Look at her words. You tell me what you think. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Trump's biographers say no one in his past ever disciplined him for behavior like this, that in the atmosphere he grew up in, intimidation and objectification of women were simply accepted.
Donald Trump's a misogynist, and on the one hand, he's been good for the careers of a few women, but he's always been antagonistic to women. You know, he once said that he wanted to punch Rosie O'Donnell right square in the face. And it's just part of his personality. He's a bully, and he likes to, like most bullies, make people think he's tough.
That was Brian Todd reporting. In an exit poll in 2016, 7 in 10 voters said Trump's treatment of women bothered them. But even within that group, 30% voted for Trump anyway. So Trump's comments about women didn't seem to be a deciding issue for voters in 2016.